Hey everybody, this is Steve at 1000 Year Home. Welcome to my build. So I've been working on the 1/3 of this Connex, which is my office space. And my office space will have can lights above the desk area that'll overlook the window behind me that looks out into the meadow. And then I'll have a ceiling fan and a which has a light and a fan. And then every bay that you see here, and they're no more than 4 foot apart, will have outlet, right? And some of them have 2 outlets. Underneath the window, I'm going to pull a 20 amp circuit. So if somebody puts an air conditioning unit in a window, I'll be able to accommodate that. And I do have, in the storage right now, I have a mini split that should heat and cool this whole thing. But right now, I'm just getting this third of the office done so that I can drywall it and then put up the wall between here and the rest of it. And then I could do the bathroom and then the master bedroom. So I want to thank you for joining me. If your thing is building a Connex, now I'm building a retirement home, but young people might be building their forever home. The same principles apply. In addition, I'm doing this in a Spanish Mission vibe. I want to wrap it in Hyper Adobe, which will give me 800,000 BTUs worth of heating and cooling retention, because I'm in, I think I'm in the 7th layer of hell in Texas. It is the first day of spring, and it was almost 100 yesterday. Today's the 2nd day of spring. A storm front did blow through last night and cooled everything down. That's why I'm out here without my Tyvek. But listen, as soon as the sun peaked up, bam, it's already hot. I've been working in here for a couple hours. So let me show you what I'm doing today. So there's my spool that I'm going to use to spool the electric through the conduit. And I'm going to end up using Romex in this part. And I'm going to pull the conduit through there. So that's a pretty good project. And then if I get all the way done, see, I could finish up the rest of the drywall. And I don't need to finish pulling the electric here on those, because none of them are the very long bends, right? There's not a lot of bends there. I'm not too worried about it. I'll be able to get those through. But then I'll be all the way done to here, which cuts off then the bathroom and the master bedroom. So, all right, even though I'm using conduit in here, I'm still going to pull a ground because I'm more comfortable with that. In case one of these is not attached and grounded to the outside of the body and down into the ground, the conduit. So it's not an entirely a metal building, right? It's a wood and metal building. So I'm being extra safe and running a green ground anyway. Earlier you saw me on the speed walk. I went ahead and measured and cut then all of the travelers I'll need from the light switches. So, and then I've got a stripe on each one. My electrical tape's seen better days. The Texas heat doesn't let this stuff stay good for very long. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna get this all the way up in there. We'll find out. I can't even make the first bend. I'm getting lucky. So I can hear and see where it's catching up in the ceiling. That little spice that I have. So if I need to, I can undo that splice. I can get to it and feed it through there. This would have been a little easier with 14 gauge, but I'm happier with 20 gauge, to be honest. I'm trying to build a 1,000-year house, and for things to last a long time, always thicker's better. So This is where having 2 people pull wires is so much better. And also, a little lubricant and a little fish tape would have been helpful here. But I'm very, very close. There we go. All right, let me get this fixed up now. Man, that was way more hard work than it needed to be. So these 2 travelers are for the can lights, the LED lights. And I didn't wear it out. I could still see the stripes. 1 stripe there and 2 stripes there. All right, I didn't really need this ground. Going to debate in the future, man. Well, no, I'm going to keep pulling it. I just feel safer having a ground. If I've got a break in this conduit anywhere, then you know, I'm going to have a spotty ground. But if I pull a solid wire through, and none of these I'm exceeding any capacity, right? So I could put in a total of 12 of the 14. And I believe 9 of the, and I'll double check the 12, but nonetheless, I'm not exceeding the capacity. So then I have my neutral, and then I have my power, and then I have my 3rd traveler here, which I'll cut off and put down here for the fan lights, probably. That's what I'll do. Let me cut that off. Black, green, and neutral will go down there, and I'll leave enough that I can go ahead and do a pigtail to the light switches. All right, let's get everything down here all wired on. I'll get every light switch on. I'll get everything so that I could test the can lights. I was always worried about those. They came in, they look like they were returned. They are for insulation grade, so it says right on them IC. So in any can light that you're putting up, check and make sure that it's IC, and that's insulation contact, and you need that. So I feel good about this run. I got it through. Yay! I had it almost all the way through. I just didn't have the last little bit reamed out right. So I should have done that a little better, but it'll be okay once I put the junction in. So it wasn't sharp or anything. It was just enough to, you know, hold the wires back. So let me get this all put together. So I want to take a moment and show you my favorite wire strippers of all time. These are Klien wire stripper. There's a bunch of them that are similar, but you can't get better than Klien. But I want to show you the mechanism there, if you can see that. So see, it's got the different jaws for the different diameters. They're numbered. It already has the die in it for the right distance for standard U.S. electric, and I'm going to guess Europe, although I don't know. I don't live overseas. So anyway, you clamp down and it grabs the dielectric there, and down here the jaws go around the wire, and then and it strips it, right? And it's just that easy. Let me show you here in a little piece here. So, all right, so after you cut it, then you put it in the jaw that you want. At the distance that you want, and you just press, and boop, and that's just how easy it is. So the jaws have stranded on the bottom and wire on the or stranded on the top and solid on the bottom. So notice it says 12 gauge here and 14 gauge there. That's depending if it's stranded or whatever. But there you go, perfect removal every time. So I love that.